find out how to get to that next level, and usually how to get out to the next level is you have to change your environment.
Connected to Sales Remastered.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sales Remastered. My name is Daniel. I'm your host, and you're back on another episode of Breakfast of Champions. And in this episode, we're going to talk about environment. Yep, environment. Why I choose environment is, if you haven't caught the podcast debut that I did, I just released the video, or I should say the audio, on YouTube and Facebook. So go check that out. The title of that podcast, or the title of that video, is called The Mind Behind at Sales Remastered. And the reason why I called that is because it actually illustrates and shares with you the story behind the mind, right? Behind the person, behind the camera, right? So it goes a little bit deep into the backstory. But what I really do after hearing it and listening to it back again is what I'm really doing is explaining the importance of your environment. And I hope to share with you, my goal in sharing this video with you today is that you can recognize what kind of environment you're in, because that environment is there by choice. And what I share with you in that podcast, or with Joe Lemon, who's the host of the podcast and his audience, is I share with you the difference that I experienced and the way my life changed when I changed my environment. And I also share with you how at first, when I changed my environment, it was a struggle. Like, it was a struggle internally and externally. It was definitely friction, right? There was some static. But what I could tell you from experience, and this is the honest truth, is that unless you change your environment, you're not going to be able to change the outcome. And I would say the challenging thing of me changing my environment at the time, and I share the story with you. I'll remember to leave the link below the notes in this video so you could check out that podcast. It was about an hour and a half. It was only supposed to be like 45 minutes, but we were going back and forth, and we were on such good rhythm, right? Like, we just kept going. And so, like, you even hear him, the host, Joe, was like, all right, man, we're going to wrap this up. And then, but it goes into another question. It's because there's just so much detail and so much information that really shows you why things are the way they are. And a lot of it had to do with my environment. And so you get to hear a little bit about my backstory, how I came up, whether you're interested in that or not. I always find it infatuating to kind of live, a minute in someone else's shoes. So if you learn their background, you learn how they came up to be where they're at today, and you can quickly take a glance and hopefully a few, snapshots in your mind as far as like, oh, okay, this is how they got there. They did A, B, and C. Well, when I need to get to my X, Y, and Z, I need to do A, B, and C this way. And sometimes those reference points is just the key, right? And so I hope that this is your key to change your outcome, because I believe that there are a lot of us, and I was there too, so I believe there's a lot of us in some way, shape, or form is kind of stuck. It's kind of stuck at a particular level, and typically that level is where we are a leader in our group, or we're confident in our group, or we're the successful one in our group. We're the one balling out of control. We're the one leading, right? We're the quote unquote success story of our group. And when you get to that point, because we get so comfortable naturally, of course, who doesn't get comfortable at the top, right? Who doesn't reach that point where, like, man, I worked hard to get here, let me go ahead and enjoy this. And so some of the fruits of that labor, or some of the accolades, the rewards of hustling that strong, is having that status, is earning your right to view things from the top, to be looked up upon by your colleagues and your circle. And I would say the most challenging thing is to let go of that, because that's in a position where we're leading, where we have to grow, right? We have to literally grow, meaning we have to do more than what that circle allows us to do. And I say allow us because it really is our environment. If you look at my last post on Instagram, and I'll try to remember to leave the link on that below the notes in this video, but what I did was I put out a thought of the day, and the thought sounded something like this. Basically, I typed out the thought. And you're not on my LinkedIn. I'll leave the LinkedIn link below too. Go check my pedigree, bro. Go check my history. I'm doing this. I'm not, this isn't some fairy tale. I'm not some influencer that used to sell back in '99 and now I want to sell you $1,000 course. Like, this is genuine stuff. So basically what I did was I posted out, thought of the day, and the thought of the day was, our environment emits sound, vibrations, and images that ultimately enter our brain, and our brain processes it, right? Our brain processes these sounds, these images, these vibrations, these energies. It's processed through our brain and ultimately become our internal dialogue. It becomes our communication. When we think to ourselves, that's our internal dialogue. And ultimately that internal dialogue, which of course become our thoughts because we're thinking it, creates our beliefs, like what we believe in, what our religion is, and ultimately turns into our reality, which is our perception, what we believe is true. That then forms our mindset. It influences our mindset. Our mindset of how we do one thing and is how we do everything. Basically, that mindset empowers our actions. And so if our actions are half pregnant or half-assed, imagine the results. But if we knew that our actions are not helping us get to that next level, right? Like what we're doing, the actions that we're emitting right now are not satisfying us internally. Every day we're not going home happy. Every day we're not laying our head down to rest knowing that we did everything that we can. Every day we're not sitting with resentment. We're not regretting that we could be here. Why are we here? Or we could be there. Why am I here? Like, you're not resenting anything. You're not looking back, wishing things were different. You're adjusting to the way things are. And what I had found was that, when you change your perception, when you change your environment, you change the images, the sounds, the vibrations, the energy within your surroundings. So all of that changes, and thus changes your internal dialogue. So imagine if you're hanging with the circle, right? Like your clique, your circle of friends. Like if you listen, and when you mention something, like mention this, like, hey bro, I'm a fucking win. All I know is that one day I'm a win, bro, and I'm going to be the successful one. Say that. And when anyone in that circle says, you go get it, bruh, go do you, get that, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, and they give you props, and mind you, they just heard that you're going to be better than them. Or do they say, yeah, right, whatever, fool? Or they doubt you, right? Like, that's a good sign to tell what kind of circle you're in. The reason why I'm saying that is because only the people that keep it 100 with you when you're at your lows and your high, and then back to your lows again, are those that are genuine people. Keep those people close to you. But the ones that keep it 100 with you, when you tell them that you plan to be better than them, that's some real fucking folk right there. Like, they're happy for you, like they're telling you to go be better than them. That is some genuine shit. And not too much, you can't do that nicely, right? If you're bullshit, if you have greed within, if you have a hidden agenda, right? Like, they're not going to take you seriously. They're not even going to acknowledge you. They're probably just going to, oh yeah, and then just, sarcastically say, whatever, bro. And sometimes we need to have these signs because it's our circle that ultimately creates our own reaction. And so if you really think about it, the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you think, the way you act right now is the byproduct of your environment. And so my message to you, my punchline to you right here, right now, is that if you go throughout today, or if you went throughout yesterday, the day before, or anytime in the last month, or anytime this year in 2018, and today is Thursday, I believe it's April 9th. Don't quote me on that. But my punchline here is that when it comes down to, our happiness, right? Our fulfillment, because that's ultimately what we want. Every single day when we communicate with someone, we're trying to fulfill something. We're trying to, find happiness or contentment. I believe that's a word. Damn, I hope that's a word. But what we do is we want compliance, right? And this is communication on any level. It doesn't even have to be professionally or for income. It could just be communication to, get someone to do something because that something helps you do your one thing, whatever it is. We're looking constantly for fulfillment. And so I could share with you how to fulfill your deeper desire right now. And if your deeper desire right now leaves you in a state where currently right now you're kind of upset, right? You're upset that your surroundings are not as fine as you wish they were, or your quality of life, your current habits, your health, your mindset, your energy, whatever it is, your career is not at a level that you would, you imagine or you envisioned before, is currently not there yet, then I hate to break it to you, but a lot of it has to do with your environment, because your environment is currently what feeds you the influence, the energy, the sound, the images, and the examples of where you're headed. And so my message to you is that if you're already at the top, or if you're already killing it in your group, or if your group, no one's killing it, right? If in your current group right now, no one's doing better than you may just be in the wrong group. You may just need to detach or limit the time with that one group and find a group surrounding yourself with people that are killing your game, that make you seem like a rookie, people that you are intimidated by. Like, that's the kind of group that you really need to come across. And so when you find that group and you find the ability to manifest the energy, the thoughts, the beliefs, the mindset that you need in order to reach the level that you envision, that's your bridge. It's not, it's not necessarily your clothes, your money, your income. It's not necessarily your parents, your background, the neighborhood you grew up in, your circumstance. What it really comes down to is your choice. Because here's the thing, and I hope that you do this, is you stop right now and you think that the environment that you chose, was it not your choice? Like, the environment you're in right now, that was your choice. You're choosing to make time to be in that environment. And so you might be like, but Daniel, these are my friends. These are my people that I hang out with most, that I communicate with most at work. This is our group. This is our club. But I'm not a sellout. I'm not going to leave my club. I'm not telling you leave your club. What I'm telling you is grow above and beyond to that next club. You want to get to that height. You want to get to that level. You want to experience something that enables you to be at a higher state than where you're at right now. You want to experience happiness and fulfillment. Then you got to tell yourself, what is going to make me happy? What's going to really fulfill me? And if the answer to that question is that I want to have more of X, or I want to experience a better quality of X, or I want to do A, B, and C, whatever it is, it's something that is the alternative of where you're at right now. And in order to experience that alternative, you need an alternative environment. And I'm so glad you found the environment here at Sales Remastered. I'm going to show you a thing or two. I'm going to show you some information that I wish I had, because it would have helped elevate my game. It would have helped rush my path to success. And here's the thing, is that I provide that same help. I provide that same assistance right now. I provide the assistance of helping salespeople in real estate find their fast track to success by focusing on the information that matters most. In other words, I've helped you filter out all the bullshit, all the fucking fake software, gadgets, gizmos. I've told you exactly where to focus your time. I showed you how to make as much money as someone working 14 hours per day and do it in about 6 to 8. And that's if you so choose. If you so choose to earn more than that, then you have the option to use those tools and those strategies with that 12 to 14 hour work hour mentality, right? Or workday mentality. And if so, then you're just going to have more results. But find out the results, find out how to get to that next level. And usually how to get out to the next level is you have to change your environment. So change your environment today. Look at the course links below. I'm going to change your mindset in your view and your environment on your own sales floor. I'm going to put you into the top 3%. I'm going to put you into the top echelon, into that elite group that gets the royal treatment, that gets the favoritism, that gets the red carpet, that gets the accolades, the free company trips, the bonuses, the tiers. I'm gonna show you how to get there. I'm gonna show you how to get there fast. Click the course link below this video and I'll see you there. Bye.